operation at Northwestern Medicine in Chicago is said to be the first of its kind in the U.S. The patient, 29-year-old John Nicholas of Chicago, had no general anesthesia, just a spinal epidural. Dr. Vinayak Rohan was a member of the transplant team. He says there are benefits to being awake during the surgery.
Especially older people who have some respiratory issues, people who have lung disease, some people with heart disease. For them, general anesthesia can be not that good. So, and the other population is young people. I think there is an opportunity to cut down the post-operative time in the hospitals. The average time people spend in the hospital is around 5 to 7 days in the United States, and this patient went home in 1 day.
For this and more health news, go to WCBS880.com/health. I'm Steve Scott, WCBS 880 News.
At Yale New Haven,
Hello.
We're delivering pioneering research from Yale School of Medicine to improve people's lives every single day. Because behind every positive outcome and every personal
Hi, Linda.
is an outstanding team of experts working together to improve the lives of our patients. At Yale New Haven Health and Yale School of Medicine, we're powering breakthroughs with the greatest of care.
Come out to Yankee Stadium in 2024 to see the New York Yankees in action. On Sunday, July 21st, when the Yankees host their division rivals, the Tampa Bay Rays, don't miss a great promotional day. It's Harry Potter Day. First 18,000 guests are attended to receive the Yankees Harry Potter Best Cap, presented by StubHub. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. That's the Yankees and Rays on Harry Potter Day, July 21st. Visit Yankees.com/tickets. Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't
there, and he's a good guy. I think he's going to be an asset to the ticket.
What were you doing on Saturday when Trump got shot?
Well, I was with one of my colleagues, actually, and it was really just shocking. You know, my mother sent me a text message saying, President Trump... Well, my mother usually is filled with bad information, so when she texts me, I really kind of don't really pay attention, but when I saw it, she goes, oh my God, President Trump was shot, and I thought that maybe this was misinformation, but certainly I went and turned on the Fox News, and I saw just unbelievable and tragic and sad, and it shows you what they... Look, for 9 years, they have tried to destroy this man, personally, professionally, financially, everything from wherever he came down the escalator, all the lies, all the misinformation, the sham impeachment, these ridiculous indictments. They tried to kick him off the ballot. They tried to put him with the Red Cross to be relocated.
Lilia Soriano tells us she and her family were trapped inside of a smoky hallway by their next-door neighbor intentionally.
So this time
All right. Just doing a little quick live today. It's going to be very hot.
She says moments before the
I have
fire,
things to do later, but I said I'm going to come on just for a little bit.
and they just told him to relax, and I guess that sent him off the edge. The fire marshal is investigating the official cause of the fire.
Hi.
Mary Lynn Buckley, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM in Bushwick.
Well, last night they kicked off the Republican National Convention. Former President Trump walking into the arena in Milwaukee. That ear bandage from the failed assassination attempt on Saturday. Trump taking a seat next to his VP pick, Ohio Senator.
I posted a video on my main channel a little while ago.
It was actually Lee Greenwood on stage singing Proud to be an American as the former president walked through the crowd, a white bandage covering his right ear where he was shot Saturday, and then stood laughing and smiling with his newly announced running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance. Correspondent Matt Piper.
This crowd, as this song ends, is really going wild. Here they start chanting USA, USA. Again, this is the first time that they are seeing Donald Trump after what was a really crazy weekend of an assassination attempt at his rally in Pennsylvania. So he is here. He is bandaged up on the right side of his face, and he is obviously very happy to be here. I see him saying thank you. He's mouthing thank you. He's clapping to the thousands of people here in this convention center.
Following the assassination attempt, Vance blamed it on rhetoric from the Biden campaign. Political science professor Alan Sanders is interested to see how Vance addresses that going forward.
But people have been saying we need to tamp down the rhetoric, we need to cool things a little bit. And I think one of the things that people have to watch and evaluate very carefully is how successful the Republicans are going to do that.
Mac Rosenberg, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
All right, let's talk about Saturday. There has been some new information revealed in the lead up to the assassination attempt on Donald Trump.
The FBI is pouring over hundreds of tips, including photos and videos, racing to put together a profile of Thomas Crooks. Sources confirming to ABC News Crooks bought dozens of rounds of ammunition
of the Midwest through the philosophies of the 19th century. The Gura clan owns the high ground on understanding the culture. I made a joke early this morning. I am working on surveillance elegy. We'll see how that goes. But the answer is we have a new vice presidential candidate who talks of Jackson, Kentucky and coal country. Like most small children, I learned my home address so that if I get lost, I could tell a grown-up where to take me. David Gura joins us right now. Where does J.D. Vance and his compatriot Donald Trump want to take us?
Well, Donald Trump has always admired J.D. Vance since J.D. Vance came to popularity a few years back with the memoir that you mentioned. He was a student at Yale Law School under Amy Chua, who wrote a famous book in her own right, and she encouraged him to tell his own story. So he grew up, as you say, in Kentucky, in rural America, dealing with a long list of difficulties. His dad left the home. His mom was in the grips of drug addiction her entire life. His grandmother raised her with the help of his sister. It was a hard knock childhood, to say the least. And he rose from that, went to the Ohio State University for his undergrad degree, wound up at Yale Law, and the rest is history. As they say, he was welcomed by a lot of what you would call elite America. That includes investors, politicians. After Trump's election in 2016, he was seen as somebody who could kind of guide people who were flummoxed by that result, couldn't understand it, through it, because he had a foot in both of these worlds. And going back to what I said a few minutes ago, Donald Trump has admired the way that he's done that. And even though, and this will come out in the coming days, I'm sure, after the Trump election, we saw a lot of skepticism about Donald Trump from J.D. Vance before he was a senator. He's apologized for that, really warmed to the rhetoric and the policy positions of the now former president. And that was sufficient. That apology was sufficient to sort of ingratiate him to Donald Trump and get him on the ticket.
The Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. Thank you. The convention now in Milwaukee. It seems like President Trump is getting a nice wave of data points supporting him, decisions, whether they're coming legal decisions out of Florida, whether they're coming obviously from surviving an assassination attempt, which is just extraordinary. There seems to be some real positive momentum behind this ticket.
I was watching last night, flicking between that and the home run derby, which my two kids are more interested in than the convention, I must say. And when he came out, this is something that's kind of radically different. You look back at past conventions, usually it's like a wedding. You don't see the bride until the wedding itself. But Donald Trump has turned that on its head. He was there last night. It's likely he'll be there every night at this convention. But he came out to the adulation of that crowd. There were tears in the audience, members of his family, other delegates who were there. And he wasn't fulminating. He didn't speak. We didn't hear him say anything during the course of those proceedings last night, but he kind of soaked it all in. And I think you're right, Paul. It was such a frightening and sobering event that took place on Saturday. To see him there with that bandage, I think, was shocking and inspirational and difficult, I assume, for a lot of the folks in that room. And he was there wearing a red tie, J.D. Vance with a blue tie, sitting in that box watching it all unfold.
Now, I think probably one of the main questions is what type of speech will Donald Trump give on Thursday? Is he a changed man? Has this experience from Saturday changed him in any way? Will we see that in his rhetoric? I guess that's people will be tuning to see.
Yeah, you asked that first question, which you've heard so many times during the course of his presidency campaign, before that and afterward. Will he be a changed man? And what we've heard from the campaign is that the message here is unity. There have been some glimpses of that since that attack on Saturday. We'll see if that comes into the speech. But going back to what you said a moment ago, Paul, he's kind of riding high at this moment. He was doing well in the polls before that attack on Saturday. This has kind of changed the political terrain a lot. We'll see if he takes advantage of that.
They're in Milwaukee. They're in Milwaukee.
They are.
Okay. My grandfather's middle name was Emerson. And we tried to effort Philip Gura today, and his people said he just can't talk.
Summer for an academic is a busy time of year.
Philip Gura, unlike his son, checked out. And within Philip Gura's absolutely classic transcendentalism, which is everything Donald Trump wants to capture in Milwaukee. They talk about Emersonian self-reliance. That's what we're going to hear, maybe even from Nikki Haley tonight or that. How does Donald Trump, with all of his foibles, capture that Midwest theology that Senator Vance wrote about? How do they capture that for the rest of the nation that's not part of it, that's not part of MAGA?
There's been a lot of writing about the approach of this campaign this time around. Susie Wiles is running it. This is a very professional campaign. She's the campaign chair for Donald Trump's reelection campaign. This is a different campaign than we saw in 2020 and 2016. He's very focused. They're keeping him very focused. They're sticking to core messaging. That has proven to be very effective. They are impressing upon him, the candidate, that he needs to keep doing that going forward. I think as a result of that, you don't see him making the kind of overtures that he made in the past to what we would call the old guard of the Republican Party. He's really trying to hammer home his message to the people that you're talking about, Tom. That is people in the Midwest, people who are disaffected. That is percolating through all of the speeches that we've heard. I mean, there's some irony there that David Sachs, this multimillionaire venture capitalist who's a big backer of J.D. Vance, was speaking there last night, talking about this phenomenon. But it's no longer an outreach to Wall Street, an outreach to traditional Republicans. It is elevating this kind of grievance and disaffectedness. And what we've seen over the course of this campaign is, so far, that's been very successful.
But the thing about Susie Wiles is she's a moderate. She's not really a Trump person. So he's gone out and hired her to get the votes of Nikki Haley.
Buy Progressive Insurance.
Humid day tomorrow with sun and clouds, and we get up to 94. But as we get deeper and deeper into the afternoon, the skies are going to grow angry. There could be some strong to severe thunderstorms around.
All right.
Line that front Thursday.
Hi, Linda.
Shower with thunderstorms, then some sun, and not as hot and turning less humid. The high 84. Nice day Friday with some sunshine and a high of 83. Sunshine and
hey, Linda.
Down Central Park, the real field temperature 89, humidity 49%, the wind south at 5. We're getting the current temperature 84. We're going up toward 97 in mid-temp. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg on New York's weather station 1010 winds at 92.3 FM. Thank you, Joe. Well, this is kind of the gift that keeps on giving. The Sluggers were out for the
Otis
Home Run Derby last night in Texas, but the night got off to
welcome.
A wonky start, if you will.
Came on just for a bit, like a half hour. I said I'm gonna come on and say, see if anybody's on in the morning. You're the first one. Welcome. Oh my gosh. Jeez. This lady's supposed to be like a singer, like she has 4 Grammys and she sang that terribly. I mean, oh my God.
From Sea to Shining Sea, viewers were not very impressed. Let's listen to a little more. It was basically a Roseanne Barrian edition, just without the spinning. You can imagine the online critics.
Oh boy, I gotta tell you, that sounds awful.
Yeah, even Peter Griffin heard it. The word cringeworthy used a few times.
This is the news, 1010 wins.
My ears are bleeding. Another wrote, I'm sure Miss Andrus is a wonderful person, but that was one of the
1010 on AM.
I've ever heard. That Teoscar Hernandez from the Dodgers was the winner of the Home Run Derby. But everybody's talking about that anthem. Wins news time 9:55. We get you to Bloomberg Money Watch next.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor.
Oh, Linda. I don't think nobody wants to see you do that. I don't think you want to see Linda do that.
Before it gets out of hand, he knows Granger's got the right product he needs to get the job.
Oh, she's cleaning, look, her tail, but you don't want to see her do her.
Granger, for the ones who get it done. Are you ready, kids? Nickelodeon Universe is celebrating SpongeBob's 25th anniversary. It's time to party like
Linda. Okay. Yeah, that was the national anthem. That was at the what was it? It was a sporting event, Home Run Derby.
Bloomberg Money Watch now. Come on in, Steve Otis.
In June, Scott, Americans spent more than 40% of their TV time.
I guess you must have been really nervous. I mean, how can you not be with all those like thousands of people?
According to researcher Nielsen, streaming viewership increased 6% from May Broadcasting lost almost 2 points, while cable fell by 1 point. YouTube is the #1 video streaming site, followed
Hey,
by
Plush Lover, hello.
as it looks to bring more shoppers
Rose, hello, welcome.
for fashion. In addition to groceries, Walmart is relaunching its 30-year-old.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's my, this is Linda.
The new 130-piece fall collection aimed at Gen Z. Most items cost $15 or less. Some pieces are made from recycled fabrics to appeal to a generation that values sustainability. On Wall Street, the Dow jumping now, 401 points. NASDAQ ahead 20. S&P moving ahead 17. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every
It's going to be
hour.
very, today it's going to be about 97 here. So I came on a little bit early. I have to go out now. I have to get stuff done, some things. But I'm going to be on for like maybe another half hour at most, 20 minutes. I said, let me come on, you know.
Tax resolution firm, A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. They've resolved over $1 billion for their
That's
clients.
my Linda.
Got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really
I posted a video earlier on my other channel.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was going to drink, but it's real. I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-741-3889. 800-741-3889. 800-741-3889.
Yeah, it's all right. It's in the title of the YouTube channel, so you'll remember. It's all right. 94. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's supposed to go down the end of the week. Thankfully, it's gonna cool down just a couple today, tomorrow, and then it's gonna start going down.
And that's what we have here. So whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. As a roofer, I'm always on the go. So I need to be able to get things done from anywhere.
Yeah, that's
why I partnered with Beacon. With their unique Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips 24/7. I rely on Beacon because I never stop building, and neither do they. Now through September 15th, purchase GAF through Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $1,500.
Yeah.
BECN.com or download the Beacon Pro Plus app today. Beacon, always building.
WINS FM in HD1 New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Oh, we got your heat advisory in effect up until 9 p.m. tomorrow night. AccuWeather Real Feel is going to be above 100 today. More people get their news from 1010 Winds than from any other radio station in the nation. Sharon Barnes-Waters, our service aide, Walter Geis, our senior writer, Justin Schrager at the editor's desk, and I'm Scott Stanford.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds at 92.3 FM, New York.
Good morning. It's 84 degrees. We've got sunny skies at 10 o'clock. I'm Linda Lopez, and here's what's happening. We've arrived at
Linda sees herself. She says,
the high 97 today. Real feels over 100. We'll have our weather forecast coming up.
she sees the camera. She says,
Injured in a huge early morning fire.
why do I see myself? What is this, a mirror?
Police continue to look for the shooter who injured 3 people.
Yes, Otis. 1010 Winds at 92.3 FM.
Call on Congress today to pass legislation to curb rent hikes to help with the high cost of housing.
We got 3 people watching, 0 likes. Smash that like button. And thank you for coming by to watch, even if it's just for a few minutes. Appreciate you. 97 degrees today.
Let's get our check of traffic and transit on the ones. And good morning, Karen Stewart. Good morning, Linda. Here's
Thank
what
you.
know about the Richardson Tunnel. The inbound George upper is down to 40. The lower level is down to 30, and we have a 15-minute wait from the Palisades. The outbound George from the Cross Bronx West is 40 minutes with construction on the lower. The inbound Lincoln is 30, and the inbound side of the Holland Tunnel, as I check the cameras there, is looking also at about a 30-minute delay. East River, we're busy at the RFK Triborough because the Upper East Side coming down the Harlem River onto the FDR is very
Yeah, she came out. I'm actually surprised. Usually you know, you don't really see her a lot this time of day. She'll be sleeping, hiding somewhere, you know, in a corner or whatever. She has a few hiding spots. But I saw her roaming her today, earlier. I said, you know what? She was chilling over here. She came up here. I said, let me do it. Let me go live for a little bit, you know?
And it's bumper to bumper there again onto the eastbound LIE ramps. Traffic is sponsored by Jack Pocket, the #1 lottery app, letting you order official state lottery games on your phone. Use code radio for a free mega into Powerball.
You know, she tries to find a cool spot.
Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER. See Jack Pocket.
She sees something now. I don't know what. Or she hears something.
And today looks like will be the
And hello to Gertrude.
wave so far. Let's get the latest from our AccuWeather forecast. Here's Joe Lundberg.
Welcome. Thank you for coming on to say hello.
97 degrees. That will be the peak of the heat wave. It's not like it's going to cool off a lot tomorrow, but we're expecting a high of only 94 only. The real field temperature will be.
How's the temperature by you today, Gertrude? It's going to be 97 degrees over here today. I bet you it's over 100 where you are. I don't know where, but you know, you said the other day it was like 110 or something like that.
I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg. The complete 40 forecast is coming up in less than 10 minutes on New York's weather station 1010 winds on 92.3 FM.
At least 11 people were injured in a big fire this morning in Brooklyn that may have been intentionally set. Our Mary Lynn Buckley is at the scene. She joins us live now with the latest. Mary Lynn.
Linda, this 4-story building on Evergreen Avenue has close to a dozen windows blown out, and this is a building that families have lived in for over 20 years, some of them. But the FDNY does tell us that 9 people were hurt in this fire who lived in the building, and then 2 firefighters also suffered minor injuries. So a total of
103. Oh my gosh.
I can tell you that many of the neighbors describe a very frightening experience.
Stay hydrated.
The hallway was filling with smoke.
Crazy.
They were trying to get out. They say that one neighbor actually tried to hold the door shut so no one could exit out the building. Now, luckily,
Flush Lover is at 89. Wow. We're at 84 over here right now.
They just could barely see in front of their face of how to get out.
Yeah, much of the country here is getting a lot of heat.
To figure out where they're going to stay tonight before the heart of the heat sets in. Mary Lynn Buckley, 1010 winds on 92.3 FM, live in Bushwick. Linda.
And the investigation continues into a triple shooting in downtown Brooklyn. Police say shots rang out late Sunday night in front of a high-rise on the corner of Flatbush Avenue and Fulton Street. And in the end, a 33-year-old man took a bullet to the thigh. A 44-year-old man was shot in the hand. And a 41-year-old woman was grazed in the neck and back. Fortunately, all 3 survived. There's no word yet on a motive for the shooting. So far, no arrests. Anyone who knows anything about it is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 800-577-TIPS. Authorities are still trying to get to the bottom of that assassination attempt on former President Trump. The FBI says it's gained access to the cell phone of the shooter.
Thank you, Gertrude. Yeah, she looks lovely.
If it's revealed any new clues or a motive. Secret Service Director Kim Cheadle, meantime, is talking more about the shooting and how Crooks.
As long as you keep her in a good mood, you know. Otherwise, if you go back to my last that I did on this channel, the stream, you see she hissed at me a couple of times. She's like, I had enough of this.
The buck stops with me. I am the director of the Secret Service. It was unacceptable.
But Cheadle says she will not resign in the wake of the close call, adding it's her responsibility to investigate what went wrong and make sure nothing like it can happen again. Wednesday News Time, 10:06. Day 3 of deliberations is underway in the Bob Menendez federal bribery trial. Menendez is accused of accepting cash and gold bars to use his political influence to help 3 New Jersey businessmen and the Egyptian government. He's pleaded not guilty, repeatedly insisting that he's innocent and his work for the men was typical of what you'd expect from a public official. Renters will probably be happy about the announcement.
Yeah, she did the Charlie emojis.
From President
For
Biden.
sure.
The complaint heard coast to coast, the rent is too high. Up 9% in Las Vegas in the past 3 years. President Biden today visiting that city.
The same face as Charlie.
Congress to pass legislation that would prevent landlords from raising
She's
rent by more than 5% each year.
landlords who don't comply could be punished by
Well,
not receiving federal tax
she's
credits.
almost as old as Charlie, actually. What is Charlie's going to be 15, right? So Linda's 13. So I don't know. I'm not saying age, but I'll cut her some slack. Although a lot of people tell me I've had even family that come over here and even people in the chat. They said they can't believe that she's 13. I said, well, she's 13. I've had her since little baby. But God bless her. You know, she's so pretty, right? You're so pretty, my Linda.
Cell phone carriers, several major record labels have brought a $2.6
My
million
Linda.
lawsuit against Verizon, accusing the wireless company of failing to stop users who repeatedly downloaded pirated content illegally.
Yeah, she got her stardom late, right? She's just chilling, flush lover, you know. I had sometimes I have some budgies, you know, parakeets, and I bring one of them. And if you go back, you see another stream. You'll see I put the budgie on top of Linda, and you would think that she would not tolerate it, but she's very tolerative of it. Actually, she puts up with it. I don't know why. She's a very patient kitty.
Including unreleased projects, raw images, even login information. The group has posted screenshots of the documents on its website. Disney says it's investigating. NFL Hall of Famer Terrell Davis is demanding an investigation after being handcuffed and removed from a United Airlines flight.
The Broncos legend was traveling from Denver to Orange County, California, when he says, "My son politely requested a cup of ice. The flight attendant either didn't hear or ignored his request and continued past our row.
She just looks like an adult, right? Some older kitties get a different look on their face. That's right. That's true.
For the rest of the flight, but when the plane landed, 6 FBI and law enforcement agents boarded the plane, handcuffed him, and removed him. Davis says he was humiliated.
That's correspondent Andrew Dimbert. United says they've reached out to Davis to apologize and have removed the flight attendant from duty.
Yeah, I posted a video on my other channel before.
10:09. Now this message: sell your home once, get paid twice.
Small clip, but Linda was out and about, like I was saying before, Gertrude, and I said, I have some free time now before I go. I'm gonna go in a little bit. I said, let me come on, you know, see if anybody comes on. So thank you all for coming by. Smash the like button if you haven't.
Rates for term life are at all-time lows, and Term Provider could save you 50, 60, even 70%. Already have coverage? Call and see if you're paying too much. Term Provider could save you thousands. And if your health isn't perfect, even more reason to call.
Otis says, at my campground on August 18th, we'll be doing Halloween at my campground. Oh, very nice. So you're going to dress up? Thank you, Gertrude. Well, I don't have a class today. I have other things I have to do. But I have work that's due coming up soon for the classes in a few weeks. And I do it a little every day. So I want to get some of it done today.
I'll tell you how right after this. Have you been the victim of negligence or malpractice? Harris Law, New York's premier injury law firm, is a tough, dedicated legal team that will fight to get you the compensation.
That's cool, Otis. That they do that. Just Halloween in August, just like they say Christmas in July. Similar. Well, Halloween's not a holiday, but some are worth celebrating more than once a year, I guess, you know.
The consultation is free. The compensation could be millions.
Twins News Time, 10:11. Traffic and transit on the ones. Here's Karen Stewart. Over the Hudson's as we check what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. 40 for the George Upper,
30 inbound for the George Lower, but only 15 from the Palisades and 15 to 20 from Route 4 and 46 approaches. The outbound George is definitely 40 to 45 minutes with construction in the right lane on the lower level. The Lincoln is 30 to 35. The inbound Holland is 30 to 35. New Jersey, northbound 287 at exit 30 for North Maple Avenue.
Did they ever do those fireworks that you mentioned, Otis, last time?
On 287 northbound, and I mean a mess of traffic. We go next to Queens, eastbound BQE. The west leg approaching the Grand Central is very heavy. We have a disabled vehicle on it.
They did nice.
The left lane is blocked, and in the Bronx, we've got delays on the southbound Deegan, although minor ones. On the southbound Deegan heading into 230th Street, we've got an accident at 230th.
Oh yeah, they start with the Christmas decorations. They really they start so early. You're right. I mean, it's.
New York, with about 15 to 20 minute delays on NJT and Metro North following an earlier disabled train inside one of the Hudson River tunnels. We're sponsored by PiloFix.com. If you suffer from Pilo,
It's like, well, after Halloween, they really go crazy. Like they don't even really bother with like anything Thanksgiving too much. They just start going crazy with the Christmas stuff. But
for more information, that's PiloFix.com. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM. And it's time for a check of our 1010 Wind AccuWeather forecast. It's going to be rough out there today, Joe Leffer.
Linda, it is. It's already rough. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 80s with real feel temperatures already over 90. And there's no place to go but up for the rest of the day. Sunshine mixing with clouds, very hot and humid. We're looking at a high of 95 with AccuWeather real feel temperatures over 100. Later this afternoon and evening, there can be a gusty thunderstorm mainly north and west of the city. Warm and steamy overnight, though, just 70.
yeah, it really is a shame because now, you know,
watch out for severe thunderstorms, though, later.
Especially as of now they have like Cyber Monday and they have something like for every. Today, by the way, is Prime Day, but that's another. I didn't even. I may shop, see if I need anything, see what kind of deals they have. But honestly, it's a gimmick, if you ask me. Maybe you save a few bucks, but depends what you have to buy. But Thanksgiving, the sad thing is everybody's like, oh, Thanksgiving. They associate it with Black Friday. You know, it's like a marketing thing. They just want to. That's all you hear. Black Friday sale, Thanksgiving sale. It's like, you know. All right, let's close this. I can't listen to that. This lady supposedly she sang the national anthem yesterday, and that was terrible. I don't know. Well, Otis, I mean, you know, we celebrate Thanksgiving, but the thing is, it's definitely not what it used to be. I would say, yeah. Even though a lot of people, they always say every year, it's like, it's almost as if you hear every year, oh, record travel year. It's like, I just heard it this July 4th, everybody, they said, oh, this is a record. It's like, you know how many times I've heard that it's a record, you know, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, instead of focusing on the holiday, they focus more on the, holiday sale, 4th of July sale, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I'm sure that's been going on for years and years, but it's like they're more concerned about that than the actual holiday. Many, especially these like big corporations, you know, they say whatever, you know, Memorial Day sale and this. Yeah, okay, great. But if you really look at the prices, they're not that much different. They actually, believe it or not, all year round, you can find a good deal. Certain times, it doesn't have to be a holiday. It's just a marketing ploy. Okay. Yeah, Prime Day is today. Prime Day is I think you have to. Well, I am a Prime member, but the only reason I got it was because, well, yeah, you get one like next day delivery, maybe 2-day delivery, but they gave me like a 6-month free trial of it. I only recently started. I never really purchased much from Amazon. Recently, I've been buying a little more stuff, but I'd rather not, honestly, because even if you buy clothes and stuff, it's a pain in the butt. If it doesn't fit you. I bought something recently for my mother, and the size wasn't exactly right. It's a pain in the butt, and you gotta I didn't send it back because she made do with it, but honestly, it's a pain. I'd rather go to a physical store and try get clothes and stuff. But a lot of people now, they changed. So basically, Prime, yeah, I think you have to be a Prime member to get those Prime deals, supposedly. But the way they get you is I bought, for example, bird food recently for my birds from Amazon. And, the price was okay, but they say, well, you could save an extra 75 cents or whatever, a dollar, by doing an automatic subscription. In other words, every month or every whatever, they'll send you a thing automatically and charge your card. It's like, well, I don't like that, honestly. I like to just order the stuff as I need it. Everybody today, they want convenience and stuff, but I don't care for that. But Amazon does have some good on some things, actually. They do have some good prices. But again, that's one of the reasons why a lot of these small businesses, especially in my area here, those small mom and pop stores that you used to have, don't exist anymore. Because Amazon, Walmart, and all them, took the business and add add all these crazy rents every month. How can they pay their bills? It's like, and then you wonder, especially during the shutdown. That's true. And you wonder why there's so many stores that are closed, and if the store does open, most likely it's going to be a chain store. At least here, it's all we have. Walgreens, CVS, TJ Maxx, stuff like that. Yeah, isn't that cute? Her orange. I know. It's not as common, this color. But she has orange, yeah, all throughout. She's got a little orange from Noah. She's purring. She's just chilling right now. You see? I'm sorry. Am I disturbing you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let her go now. When I get off, she's probably I'm gonna let her relax. Right? How old was she when she was spayed? That is a good question. So I would say she got spayed really young. Not even a year. Maybe a year at the most. Gertrude. Yeah, but we didn't wait. No, we got it done fast. I didn't want to. Not that she goes outside. I'll tell you one thing. She loves to go. Like, she'll go out, but I watch her, and I have a gate. But in the past, there has been times where she snuck out. You know, she's sneaky. You know, my mother would open the back door, and she would sneak out. And but anyway, we wanted to get it done because I didn't want to. She come back and she has pregnant with brings kitties. It's better for them, Get them spayed and neutered, or neutered. Hey, Caspi, welcome. Yes, I do have a TV antenna, Otis. Currently, I have one of those flat indoor. I believe it's a Clearstream antenna, and it works pretty well. I am considering getting one of those ATSC 3.0 tuner boxes. But the thing is, with the DRM, the encryption is really a turnoff for me, honestly. I'm not a fan of that, even though they claim that you don't have to necessarily have the box connected to the internet. I don't see why you would need to have it connected to the internet if you want to watch broadcast TV. But yes, and by the way, I've had the cable and stuff, but the programming is just garbage. So at this point, no, I just have the antenna. I have the free channels, the Samsung TV Plus, and I do have Prime Video, so I can watch stuff there. But honestly, what else more do I need? But yes, I do intend to, and I need to get another antenna for a couple more TVs that I have. I have one here that I want to hook them up to be able to receive over the air instead of just But yeah. Yeah, no, she got it real done early, Gertrude, for sure. 4 people watching, 3 likes. Thank you very much. Appreciate you stopping by. Caspi, I saw you were going to do a live today. I think like 10, 20. I've been on for I actually on a little longer than I wanted to. I just came on for a bit. Wanted to say hello before I head out to do some stuff. Linda was up and about. So I said, I'm going to come on. But are you still doing your live later? Oh, okay. Yeah, because I saw you scheduled it. Well, some other time. Hopefully you do it soon. Otis, I have a Clearstream outdoor antenna, 4V Max antenna, and it works for you. That's good. I have an outdoor as well. It's not currently connected though. That I'm trying to figure out a way. That the outdoor is the best, but I want to connect it to. Ideally, it'd be nice to get one of those Tableau devices, but we have one, an old one. I haven't used it, but it's up there. I want to use it. The problem is the coax is old, so I might have to either change the coax or get the 75 ohm. What's that called? The 300 to 75 or something converter. But as of now, I'm just using indoor antennas. Outdoor is the way, though. If you can get an outdoor, it's the best. The one that I have outdoor, I want to try to see if I can, in the future, get a different market. Stations from... There's a station in Long Island that I'd like to get that I'm not sure I can get here. With an indoor, I will not get it for sure. I'd like to get that station, but it's a CBS affiliate. But I'll have to play around with that when I have more time and in the mood. Honestly, I have enough channels for now. $200 mile. See, Gertrude, I want to say this before I go. A lot of these antennas that you see that they advertise, 1,000 mile plus, 500 mile plus, that's a bunch of bull. The most you can receive, because there's the curvature of the earth, maybe 70, 100 miles or whatever. But, and then they say 4K digital antenna and bull crap like that. No, an old antenna from the 1950s can pull in exactly the same signals that it did then. Now it's just digital instead of analog, and it does the job, and those are the best. So, but if you have one outside, that's good. And also, it depends how far you are from the transmitters. Yeah, they lie. It's and I don't know how they're allowed to get away with that. If you put antenna on Amazon, the top results, you'll be surprised all the junk that you see, and a lot of them are junk. especially that's a clue not to buy it. The minute you see 500 mile, 1,000 mile. One of them recently, somebody posted that I know, like a 6,000 mile antenna. I said, what kind of antenna is that? 6,000 miles, you know? It's like crazy. The stuff they'll say, you know? This antenna can get you 4K. Well, there is no 4K broadcasting in the first place. And then on the box, they'll have like pictures of cable channels like CNN, Fox News, and I'm like, well, that's another lie. You cannot receive those channels with an antenna. So it's like, yeah, deceitful, manipulative. Anyways, listen, I want to thank you all for stopping by. I'm going to get going. I want to get ready. I have some things I have to do. See you guys soon. Thank you again. Like, subscribe, hit the bell that I can come on anytime. Eventually, I want to do a live on my other channel, my main. I will. For now, though, I've been doing it on this one, Linda and the Birds. Sometimes I like to bring the bird out. I have birds, but so far I've only showed one. Kitsos, he's a budgie. Actually, in all fairness, could be a girl. The name Kitsos could go either way, really. I haven't really figured out 100% how to tell the difference. I have an idea between what genders these budgies are, but we can talk about that another time. But thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. Gertrude, Caspi, Otis, thank you. Plush Lover. And I'll see you on the next one. All right. Take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.